Hi, this is Preston from LoCash.
Hey.
From Randy and Sarah.
Yeah,
Hey,
how you
are
doing?
you?
How are you guys?
Oh, man, we're great. Glad you could call us and give us some time out of your busy schedule because I know you guys have been totally busy lately.
Dude, it's crazy right now.
That's a good thing, though, right?
It sure is, man. It's everything we've always dreamed of and wanted, man. We've got a single that's doing well on radio and getting ready to kick off the summer. You know, we're on the bus right now, headed to Knoxville and then down to the southeast for a couple days to do some radio down in South Carolina, North Carolina area. So it'll be fun.
And you got the new single, I Love This Life, so that's fantastic. And it's the I Love This Life tour that you're kicking off.
Yeah, man. Everything's going so good with this song right now. We're just in a really good place. We've got a brand new record deal with Reviver Records, and the single, I Love This Life, is selling like crazy. It's our best-selling single we've ever had for us. You know, it's selling probably about 5,000 a week right now, and we've never had anything that moved like that. So it's pretty exciting what it does for a record label and you know, the atmosphere that comes around, you know, sales like that. It's really cool.
Yeah, I can imagine. That is very good, and it got to make you feel good, too. Because, I mean, you guys have written songs that have done well, songs for like Tim McGraw and Keith Urban and that, but it's kind of more of a baby when you produce it and, I mean, when you write it and record it all at the same time?
Yeah, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, it feels so good to have a Keith Urban song go number one. It's incredible, and I would love to experience that again. And that's why we write every day. You just never know who you're writing for, if you're writing for yourself or if somebody else will pick it up. We just got a Joe Nichols cut the other day for his new album, and you know, and I'm crossing my fingers hoping that's going to be a single. So it does always feel good to see another artist, you know, kind of give the tip of the hat to one of your songs and record it and possibly make it a single. But you're right. You know, when it's our very own song and we record it and then it hits radio and it starts selling and, you know, we found out it jumped, you know, like 5 slots on the Billboard chart last night, overnight. So that made us feel really good to wake up this morning and see we're moving, you know, and it does feel really extra special.
That is great. Yep. That is great. Where you said you were on the tour bus. Where are you guys at right now?
We're in Nashville right now. We're loading up all the boys, and it's called Bus Call. And so Bus Call was at 8 o'clock, and everybody's loading up, and then we hit the road with our radio team, and we're headed out to do radio shows. So it's kind of just acoustic stuff right now.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
that's pretty good, though.
And then by Friday, we'll be doing the full band show, you know, up in the Northeast. We're headed to, I think we're headed to Vermont, and we're headed to Maryland this weekend.
Yeah, and you're going to be coming here to Maine in September as part of our Boots and Bulls Rodeo. Have you ever played a rodeo before?
Yeah, we played we've even played the National Finals Rodeo in Vegas a few years. So we're kind of a staple with the rodeo crowd out in Vegas. So and we've done the Greeley Stampede and out in Colorado and some of the biggest rodeos in the world.
Oh, that's
great. You know, so we're definitely not new to the rodeo scene. We love it, man.
Yeah. Well, some of these guys and girls that we have the professional rodeo tour, I bet you probably know some of them from past concerts that you've done, I would imagine.
Yeah. And I know some of the clowns, too. Those guys, and they literally are clowns.
Yeah.
Because off the, you know, outside of work, they're crazy, too. So I love those guys, man.
Wow.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, now, we talked about music, we talked about concerts, but you also have a signature wine.
Yes.
Ooh.
What?
Yes.
Where did this come? How did this come
I just
about?
loaded up the fridge with some, man, so I'm pretty pumped about that.
It's called Shipwrecked.
Yeah, it's called Shipwrecked.
How did this come about?
Well, we were doing a show out in Aspen for the senior VP of Comcast, and he had a big, you know, private show, a company corporate event. So we went out there and did the show, and we tasted the wine they were serving, and we were like, man, this is really good. What is this? Because we love wine.
Yeah.
And we said, what is this? And he said, wow, that's a wine that I own. And we said, get out of here. You're a wine owner? And he said, yeah. And I said, I was just being a country boy. I said, man, what's it feel like to own your own wine? And he said, you want to find out? And so we teamed up and partnered up. And just came up with the concept and the taste and the ingredients and just everything that's based out of Lodi, California. So it's a really classy, upscale wine and something we can really be proud of.
Red or white?
I'm proud if we made it on our own stove at home, but you know what I mean. It's still it's really good. It's right there in the Napa area, and man, we're really proud of this wine.
So when somebody calls you guys whiners, you like that.
You really are.
That's right. Yeah. We definitely wine.
All right, and let's see. I wanted to ask you about something else. Oh, because we just recently talked to Charlie Daniels because he's coming to Maine as well
Nice.
In June, and you got to play with him on stage too.
Yeah, we've done a few shows with Charlie Daniels, and what an honor. I mean, he's like one of the greatest of all time. And
is he as nice
he
a
really
guy?
knows how to command a stage. His songs are amazing. And, I mean, anytime you get to perform with somebody who's a legend in their own time already, I mean, he's a legend already.
Oh, yeah.
And you get to go on stage with someone like him or Hank Williams Jr. or George Jones. It's surreal.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Is he as nice a guy as he seems? Because he seemed like a really nice guy when we talked to him.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
I remember one of the very first times we ever did a show together. This was years ago, but I was nervous to meet him, and then somebody came over and said, "Hey, Charlie wants you on his bus, and would like to say hi to you." And we went up there, and I mean, it was cool to be in a relaxed atmosphere where not everybody was backstage and going on and off stage, and all the stage managers and all that stuff going on. It was just, you know, chilling in the front lounge of his bus and just talking, and we took a few pictures together, and I just remember how real he was and how cool he was.
That's neat.
And that made me feel really good, you know.
Yeah, that's really neat. That's really neat. And now, okay, so we're looking forward to you guys coming to Maine here. You were just here not too long ago, though.
Yeah, man, we're in and out. We might have been in Maine yesterday, and I already
You don't remember, yeah.
I mean, we are just on the move so fast. And I remember when
that's called that's called
like
shipwrecked right there, Preston. That's called shipwrecked.
That's called shipwrecked.
Yeah.
I know, right? I get shipwrecked a lot. Yeah, and so I remember when we first started this music thing, I was like, I want to forget what day it is. I don't want to know where we were last night. I just want it to just be such a whirlwind that we're just having a blast. But then, when that actually happens, when it becomes that whirlwind, it's kind of scary because you're like, whoa, I really don't remember where I was last night. And it's kind of crazy. I remember walking through an airport one time, and I don't have anxiety or anything like that. I'm a pretty relaxed guy. But I was walking through an airport one time not too long ago, and I remember it hit me that I had no idea what town I was in.
Oh.
I had no idea what airport it was. And I was just looking for like one of those departures and arrivals things so I could base it all back to where I was standing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, where? And it was kind of a strange a feeling that came over me. I was like, I need to get a grip. I need to figure out where I'm at, because I don't know. It was a weird feeling.
That's like
and
one
I
of
couldn't
those.
find a sign. And that's what made it even crazier because I could not find a sign of where I was.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Well, maybe you might want to think about that, and she'll keep your head on your shoulders and guide you where you need to be.
That's what I need. I actually have a really great girl in my life, and who knows what's in the future. But so I might be getting a little more balanced sooner than later.
We're talking with Preston from LoCash. Now, you and Chris, you've been friends a long time. How did you guys meet? How did it start out like this?
I met Chris back in 2002, and we just hit it off and started writing songs together and started working on harmonies of, cover songs and stuff. And we just knew we had something cool going. We walked out on stage at the Wild Horse together with both microphones, and we were the host of the show.
Yeah.
We were like the MCs and everything. And so 3,000 people a night, and it didn't matter if it was a Brad Paisley concert, Chris Ledoux concert, or if it was just a night where we were DJing and MCing. We had to put on a show every single night at the Wild Horse in Nashville. And so one night we just went out together on 2 microphones, and the banter was just so smooth, and it just worked so well, and the jokes were funnier, and it was kind of like the old school Rat Pack stuff where
nice.
Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra, just kind of played off each other and stuff. And so we just knew we had something. And then along with songwriting and singing and all that, it just was a natural fit.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's a great story. That's a
Yeah.
great story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a great story. All right, well, listen, thanks a lot for talking to us, Preston. We really look forward
Anytime.
to you guys
Absolutely.
coming up. I love a lot of your music. I'll tell you, you guys you seem like a very upbeat type of band, like to have fun, and
Well, thank you.
that's always great. That's always great.
Well, thank you for playing our music up there, man. We really appreciate it. And we can't wait to get up there. It's going to be a fun show.